In today's video, I'm going to answer the question, how do fixed index annuities stack up against bonds? Hey folks, I'm best-selling author David McKnight. As retirees approach retirement, they often shift a portion of their retirement savings to bonds because they're considered safer than stocks. A common financial industry principle known as the Rule of 100 helps pre-retirees and retirees strike the right stock-bond balance. It works like this. Take your age, subtract from 100, and that tells you what percentage of your portfolio you should have in stocks. The rest goes into bonds. For example, if you're 60 years old, you should have 40% of your portfolio in stocks and 60% in bonds. The reason retirees adopt this approach is because historically stocks and bonds have been inversely correlated. As stocks go up, bonds go down, and vice versa. This helps smooth out volatility at a period in your life when you can least afford to lose money in retirement. Well, there are two renowned economists, Robert Shiller and Roger Ibbotson from Yale University, that have recently affirmed that, mathematically speaking, bonds may not be the best solution when trying to manage risk in retirement. Professor Shiller analyzed 10-year returns for stocks, bonds, and a fixed indexed annuity, linked to the Shiller Barclays CAPE U.S. Sector USD Index, a smart beta index that incorporated Professor Shiller's value investment philosophies. His simulations uncovered four startling truths. First, in every 10-year period, the fixed index annuity outperformed bonds. All this without taking any more risk than what you might be accustomed to taking in your savings account. Second, the long-term nature of fixed index annuities constrains irrational investment behavior. In other words, the surrender charges in the annuity actually force the investor to stay invested in the fixed index annuity, which prevented them from succumbing to emotion-driven investing decisions. Third, by providing a principal guarantee and market participation, fixed index annuities offer a unique risk-reward profile. When you link the growth of the account to the upward movement of a stock market index while guaranteeing against loss, you can actually increase the return on the portfolio, eliminate the risk, and lower the overall standard deviation of the portfolio. And fourth, in simulations, fixed index annuities returns were less correlated to the broader economy than stocks or bonds, offering a potential diversification benefit. In other words, fixed index annuities are like an asset class unto themselves. They seem to march to the beat of their own drum, which helps further diversify your portfolio. In his research, Dr. Roger Ibbotson showed that fixed index annuities have the potential to outperform bonds in the near future and normalize the return pattern of a portfolio because of their guarantee against loss. Ibbotson ran hypothetical return simulations from 1927 and 2016 and found that fixed index annuities had an annualized return of 5.81% compared to 5.32% for long-term government bonds and a 9.92% for large cap stocks over that period. Keep in mind, this includes periods of both rising and falling bond yields. He also determined that the maximum annualized return for a 3-year holding period of the FIA was 27.56% versus 30.76% for large cap stocks and 23.3% for long-term government bonds. The minimum annualized 3-year return of the FIA was 0 compared with a 27% loss for large cap stocks and 2.32% loss for long-term government bonds. In other words, if you were to reach into your retirement portfolio, remove the bonds and replace them with a fixed index annuity, you would increase your returns while safeguarding that portion of your portfolio against loss. Ibbotson also compared the performance of 3 different portfolios. The first one had a 60-40 stock-bond mix. The second portfolio had 60% stocks, 20% bonds, and 20% fixed index annuities, and the third portfolio had 60% stocks, 40% fixed index annuities over the same 1927 to 2016 time period. What he found was the average return of the 60-40 stock bond portfolio was 8.55%. The average return of the 60-20-20 stock bond FIA portfolio was 8.66%, while the average return of the 60-40 stock FIA portfolio was 8.77%. Keep in mind that not only did the stock FIA portfolio increase the return, it did so with less risk and while protecting the investor to some extent from irrational investment behavior that erodes returns over time. In summary, there's a mathematically proven way to increase the return and lower the risk in your portfolio, and that's by replacing the bond portion of your portfolio with a fixed indexed annuity. Doing so will increase your overall return, lower your overall risk, and help you maximize the amount you can distribute from your retirement savings over the arc of your retirement. If you need help crafting a plan that utilizes fixed index annuities as part of a balanced, tax-efficient approach to retirement, head on over to davemcknight.com and opt in for a complimentary strategy session. I'm happy to lend a hand. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. And don't hesitate to make any comments or ask any questions in the comment section below. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.